Hello everyone, this is Madhavi Karumudi, Assistant Professor in CSC Department. In this lecture, I will discuss about operations of circular single linked list. As we have already seen the operations performed on single linked list. So on circular linked list also, we will perform insertion, deletion and display operations. Okay. As usual in insertion, where to insert the element? Insert at begin, insert at end, insert in the middle position. Similarly, in the deletion operation, delete begin, delete end and delete middle operations. Okay, these operations we will discuss in this video. So first I will discuss about insertion operation. Okay, before looking into insertion operation, first I will revise the concept of circular single linked list. Okay, why we need to use circular single linked list is if it is a single linked list, if you want to visit any node, we need to traverse from the beginning. Okay, so suppose if you are in the middle position, if you want to visit the previous node, then we cannot come back. Again we need to traverse from the beginning only. So that is the reason why to overcome this drawback, we need to use circular single linked list. In circular single linked list, there will be no null values in the next pointers. Last pointer next field is again circularly connected to the first node. That is the concept of circular single linked list. Let us see the diagram of the circular single linked list. So first of all, it is a single linked list. So each node contains two fields, data field as well as next field. Right, suppose if you have 4 nodes in the list, this is first node, second node, third node, fourth node. Just for the example sake only, I am taking these addresses. In reality, we don't know where these nodes will be stored in the memory. It may store at any position. Okay, suppose if the first node is stored at index 100, second node may store at before the 100 address or after the 100 address also. Just for the example sake only, I am taking these fixed addresses. Okay, so first node next part contains address of second node next part contains address of third node next part contains address of fourth node. This is a single linked list. If it is a single linked list, last node next part is null. But if it is a circular single linked list, there will be no null values in the next fields. Last node is circularly connected to the first node. Okay, that means that last node next part is points to the first node address. So last node next part contains address of first node. This is the way to represent the circular single linked list. Okay, here the advantage of circular single linked list is there is no concept of first node as well as last node. Okay, so suppose if you want to find out some node 30. Okay, so here we will start from here, then we will find out the 30. Okay, after reaching 30, suppose if you want to go back to 20, then we will move to the 40. From 40 we will come back to the 10, then 20. But if it is a normal single linked list, there is no way of going back to the first node. That is the drawback of the single linked list. To overcome the drawback, we need to use circular single linked list. Let us see the operations performed on circular single linked list. First, we will see the insertion operation. Okay. Insertion operation means inserting a node in a circular linked list. You can insert a node in the beginning position of the list or at the end position of the list or in the middle position. Okay, so now we will see the insertion operation. Okay, before seeing the insertion operation, just see the node structure of circular single linked list. Here the node structure of circular single linked list is just similar to single linked list only. Okay, here also each node contains only 2 partitions. See the node structure. Struct node. First part we will use it for storing the data and second part we will use it for storing the address of next node. Okay, here you can take any node for pointing to the first node or last node. Suppose if you want to take one pointer for pointing first node, you just use node name as head, or if you want to take the mark the node as a last node, just make it as a take that pointer and initialize it to null. Okay, so suppose if I take head, here I need to declare the head pointer struct node star head. I need to initialize that head to null, because initially if there are no elements, head will point to the null value. So you have to initialize head is null. Okay, now if the head is null, if head equal to null, that indicates that there are no nodes in the circular single linked list. If there are no nodes in the circular single linked list, our inserting element becomes first node as well as last node. Okay, suppose if it is our first node, if we are inserting the first node in the list, in that case first node next part also contains the address of first node itself. That is self-referential loop. Okay, suppose if there are some nodes in the list, then our first node address we need to save it in the last node next part. Okay, let us see the insertion operation. First see insert begin case. Okay, so here whatever element I want to insert, I am passing that element as a parameter. Okay, just now I have shown how to create the node structure. Now directly I am writing the code for insert begin. Okay, so first of all, whatever node you want to insert, we need to create that node. Okay, so here I am creating one node with the name temp. First I am creating one temp pointer of the structure type. Now I am allocating memory for the temp pointer. Struct node star. So in C language we will use malloc function for allocating the memory. So we don't know how much memory we need to allocate. So here I am using the size of function struct node. Okay, how much memory that is required for the node structure, that memory will be returned by the size of function. With that memory size, this malloc function will allocate the memory for the temp variable, temp node. Okay, now see, whatever value you want to insert, we need to place that value in the data part of the temp node. So now temp is our newly inserting node. Temp data equal to this data I want to insert. Temp data equal to value. Before inserting the node into the list, first we need to verify whether the list is empty or not. If list is empty, our inserting node becomes the first node as well as last node, right? Suppose if list contains some elements, then we need to insert our node in the beginning position of the existing list. Okay, first check whether the list is empty or not. If head equal to null, that indicates that list is empty. If list is empty, just to print the message, list is empty. So here PRF means printf statement. List is empty. If list is empty, our inserting node becomes will be the head node as well as last node. Okay, so head equal to temp and head next equal to temp, right? Suppose if our node is not a last node, else if head is not null, if the circular single linked list contains some nodes, then what we need to do is, here in this example, here our list is not empty. Okay, our head is not empty. So if our list is not empty, now we want to insert the node in the beginning position of the list. Okay, So here if you want to insert this node in the beginning position, we need to make two connections. First connection is we need to store the head address in the temp next part. This is the first connection we need to establish. Now second connection is this head address is there in the last next field, last node next field. Okay. Now if you insert temp before the head node, after insertion, temp node is our first node. Okay. So always first node address will be maintained by the last node next part. So that is the reason why we need to update this address with the temp address. This is the second step. These two links we need to manage. Let us see. If you are inserting in the begin position, we need to know last node address, last node also. Because last node only having first node address. So that address also we need to modify. Right? That is the reason why what we need to do is, we need to take the help of one pointer, an extra pointer to point to the last node. Okay. So take one extra pointer PTR. Here I am taking one extra pointer PTR. Initially, I am initializing PTR address to the, for PTR I am initializing head address. Okay. So that my PTR is in the first position. Now I need to move this PTR till the last node. Okay. So how to identify the last node in the circular single linked list? Which node is having first node head address as in the next field. Okay. Which node is having head address in the next field, that node is the last node. So using this concept, we need to find out the last node in the list. So for finding last node in the list, here I am writing the while loop. While PTR next not equal to head address, PTR next not equal to head address, then what we need to do? I need to move PTR to the next position. PTR equal to PTR next. Okay, see this logic once. Initially PTR is in the first position. Now I am verifying whether this node is last node or not. Okay, so PTR next, this is not the head address. So move PTR to the next position. Now PTR next is not head address. So move PTR to the next position. PTR next not head address. Move PTR to the next position. Now here PTR next is head address. If you found, if you found PTR next is head address, that indicates that PTR is the last node in the list. Okay, when you reach the last node, you just stop the PTR pointer there itself. Right? Now what we need to do is, we need to store temp address in the PTR next address, next place. Okay, so first of all we need to establish this connection. Okay, so what we need to here is, in temp next, so for establishing this connection between temp and head, we need to store head address in the temp next field. Right? So how to write that statement? Temp next equal to head. Okay, if you write this statement, that 100 will be stored in the temp next. Okay, now this link will be established. Now second link is, this address we need to save in the last position. Right? So how to save this address in the last position? Just assume that if temp address is 50. Okay, this 50 I need to store in the PTR next field by replacing 100. Okay, so for that what I need to do is, in PTR next, anyway last node is pointed by PTR. So in PTR next, I need to save temp address. Okay, now make this temp as head. Okay, after writing this statement, automatically the connection will be removed between head and the PTR. Now the head is pointing PTR is, that is last node is pointing temp. Okay, now after insertion, this is our head node. That is the reason why we need to move head pointer also to the temp node. So for that reason, Here I am initializing head address to the temp. Temp address to the head. So with that statement, this head will move to the first node. Right? So this is the inserted begin. So first, whatever node you want to insert, create the node, allocate the memory for the node. Then store the data in the data part of the node. Before insertion, check whether the list is empty or not. If list is empty, our inserting node will be the first node as well as last node. If list is not empty, okay, if you want to insert node in the begin position, we need to make two connections. First connection is, we need to connect our newly inserting node to the head node, and we need to update the last node next part with the temp node. Okay, that is the reason why we need to know the last node address also. So for identifying the last node in the list, we are taking an extra pointer PTR. Initially I am setting PTR to the head address in the first address. Okay, now I am verifying whether the PTR next is not equal to head or not. That means whether it is a last node or not. If it is not a last node, move PTR to the next position. Suppose if it is a last node, then what we need to do is, in temp next means in newly inserting node next field, place the head address. In PTR next means last node next part, remove the previous head address and place the new node address. Okay, when these two statements are executed, that means that our node is placed in the list successfully. If our node is placed in the list, then our node becomes the head node. So to make our newly inserting node as head node, move the head pointer to the temp address. So assign temp address to the head node. So this is the code for inserting the node at the beginning position of the circular single linked list. So you can also here, if you observe this code, here we are taking two pointers. One pointer is for newly inserting node. Additionally, we are taking one more pointer for reaching the last node. Okay, so if you are taking multiple pointers means definitely it will take more memory. Okay, that is the reason why we can also do the same function, or we can also write the same function by using only one pointer. Okay, so you can use any logic, this logic or that logic. So this is about the insert begin function. Let us see the insert at end function. How to insert the node at the end position. Okay, see the insert at end. Here also same, whatever value I want to insert, I am passing it as a parameter. Okay, this is my newly inserting node, temp. So first I need to declare the temp pointer. So in a single statement itself I will write memory allocation also. Struct node star temp equal to struct node star malloc size of struct node. So first I am creating the temp pointer, then I am allocating the memory for the temp pointer. So when this statement is executed, one node structure will be created with the name temp. Just assume that if for this node the memory is allocated at address 450 or 500. Just for understanding sake, 500. Okay. Now after creating the node, what I need to do is first insert the data in the data part of the node. So temp to data equal to whatever value you want to insert, assign that value. Okay, suppose I want to insert 50. So temp to data equal to 50. So that 50 is placed in data part of the temp node. Now before inserting the node into the list, First we need to verify whether the list is empty or not. So for that, here I am verifying whether the list is empty or not. So for that I am using head. If head equal to null, that indicates that list is empty. If list is empty, our inserting node will be the first node as well as last node. Head equal to temp. Suppose if list is not empty, if list is not empty, that means in this case, here in this example, list is not empty. If list is not empty, what we need to do is we need to insert our node at the end of the existing node. Let us see diagrammatically first. Suppose if you want to insert this node at the end of the list, then what are the changes we need to make in this diagram? First change is we need to we need to establish two connections. One connection is last node next part we need to save our new node address, and in new node next part we need to save first node address. These are the two connections we need to establish, right? So if you want to establish this connection, first of all we need to know which is the last node in the next list. So how to find out the last node in the list? If any node is having head address in the next field, that is the last node. So for moving till the last node, we need to take one extra pointer. Okay, so here I am taking one extra pointer just for moving till last node. Okay, I am using PTR. Now I am moving this PTR till the end. Okay, while PTR next not equal to head, what we need to do? Move PTR to the next position. Suppose, okay, so here I need to initialize PTR to the head address. Okay, now this is our PTR. Now PTR next is not head address, so move PTR to the next position. Here PTR next is not head address, move PTR to the next position. PTR next is not equal to head, move PTR to the next position. Now PTR next address is head address. So if PTR next address is head address, that is the PTR node is the last node in the list. Okay, now we found the last node. Then what we need to do? This last node we need to connect to our temp node. Okay, directly first if you replace this temp address, head address with the temp node, first node address with the temp node, then automatically we will lose the connection with the first node. That is the reason why what we need to do is first save the head address in the temp next field. Okay, first connect these two nodes, first node with the last node. So for that, first store head address in the temp next field. Okay, so or we can also write like this: temp next equal to head or temp next equal to PTR next. This is PTR. Whatever PTR next we have, that we are storing in the temp next. So temp next equal to PTR next. Now when you execute this statement, automatically here the 100 will be placed. So the link will be established between temp node and the first node. But still this link was not yet disconnected. Now we need to disconnect this link and we need to store the address of temp node. So for that what we need to do is, in PTR next, previously head address is there. Now we need to replace that address with our new node address. So PTR next equal to temp. So replace this 100 with 500. If you replace that 100 with 500, automatically the link will be disconnected between last node and the previous head node. Now this link will be established. So these are the two connections we need to make. So this is about inserting node at the end. Close the else block and close the insert end function. Okay, so as usual, if the list is empty, head is null, there are no nodes in the list, our inserting node will be the last node as well as first node. Suppose if the list is not empty, okay, we need to know the last address, because last node, because after last node only we are inserting. That is the reason why for finding last node, here I am taking one pointer PTR. Initially I am assigning head address to the PTR. So from the beginning I am verifying whether the PTR next is head or not. If PTR next is not head, move PTR to the next position. Suppose if you reach the last node, then definitely this condition will fail. In that moment, what we need to do is, in our newly inserting next field, we need to save the address of first node. So previously, where the address of first node is available? In PTR next field. So PTR next, we need to store in the temp next. Okay. So after that, PTR next address, in PTR next, we need to save our temp address. So these are the two statements for inserting node at the end of the list. Let us see how to insert the node in the middle position. Let us see how to insert some node after some node. Suppose if I want to insert 35 after node 30. Okay, after data element 30. So here I need to pass which node I want to insert or which value I want to insert in the node, and after which element I want to insert. Now I want to insert a new node after 30 element. Okay, so that 30 also I need to pass, right? So that 30, here I am taking it as n. Okay, so after 30 I want to insert. So for passing 30, here I am using n. Now see, first of all, whatever node I want to insert, I need to create that node. So struct node star temp, allocate the memory, temp equal to struct node star malloc size of struct node. Now store the data in the data part of the node. Temp to data equal to value. As usual, check whether the list is empty or not. If head equal to null, our inserting element will be the first element as well as last element. If head equal to null, list is empty. So our inserting element will be the head node. Okay. If list is not empty, then what we need to do is, we need to find out after which element we need to insert. So for finding that element, I need to take one extra pointer. We need one extra pointer. So here I am taking one extra pointer PTR. Okay. Now using that PTR, we need to traverse till the element is found. Now I want to insert new node, my new node, after 30 element. Okay. So first of all, I need to find 30 element in the list. So for finding 30 element, I am taking one extra pointer PTR. Initially, I am setting PTR in the head position. That means I am comparing from the first node. Okay. Now, when I need to move to the next node, whenever PTR, so here I need to compare with the data part, right? Suppose if PTR data is not equal to our n, that is our 30 is n. I am storing 30 in the n. PTR data not equal to n, then move PTR to the next position. Move PTR to the next position. Suppose, see this logic here. Here I want to insert a new node after 30. So for finding 30, I am taking PTR. I am initializing PTR in the head position. while PTR data not equal to n. Here PTR data is 10, not equal to 30. So if it is not equal to 30, move PTR to the next position. Now PTR comes to this position. Now check whether PTR data is not equal to n or not. Here PTR data is 20, 20 not equal to 30. If that is not matched, move PTR to the next position. Now PTR data is 30. So this condition failed. If this condition failed, we will come out of this loop. Okay. If you found 30, then what we need to do? We need to connect this PTR to the temp node, and temp next we need to store PTR next node address. Okay. So for first we should not connect this link. First we should connect a right link first. Okay. So first in temp next we need to place this node address. Okay. How to find out this node address? If this is PTR, in PTR next we will found this address. That means if this is PTR, this is PTR next node. Okay. So first we need to establish this connection. So in temp next we need to store PTR next address. So temp next equal to PTR next. PTR next. Now when this statement is executed, this link will be established between temp and PTR next node. Now we need to establish this link. Okay. So for establishing this link, what we need to do is, previously 400 is there. Now we need to replace that address with the temp address. Suppose if temp address is 350, now 400 should be replaced with 350. So for that, what we need to do? In PTR next, we need to store the temp address. Okay. In PTR next, we need to store temp address. So these are the two statements for inserting node in the middle position. So close the else block and close the function. Insert after function. Okay. Once again, I'll revise this one. Suppose if you want to insert some node in the middle position after some element. Okay. So here I am taking two parameters. Whatever element you want to insert and after which element you want to insert. So first of all, create the node, allocate the memory, then store the data in the data part of the node. Okay. So here I am storing 35 in the data part of the node. Okay. Next, check whether the list is empty or not. If list is empty, our inserting node will be the head node. If list is not empty, we need to find out after which node or which element we need to insert our new node. So for that, I am taking one extra pointer PTR. Initially, I am initializing head address to the PTR so that the traversing will be done from the first node. Now, I am comparing each and every node data part with the element, whatever element, after which element you want to insert. Okay. Suppose if PTR data is not equal to our inserting node, after which node we want to insert, move PTR to the next position. Suppose if you found the location, then what we need to do is, we need to establish these links. Okay. So for that, in our new node next field, we need to save the PTR next node address. So temp next equal to PTR next, and in PTR next field, we need to save our new node address. So these are the two links for inserting node in the middle position or in the specified location. So this is the insert after function. So in this video, we have discussed about insert begin function, insert end, and how to insert the node after the specified node or after the specified element. So this is about insertion operation of single linked list. Circular single linked list. In next video, I'll explain how to delete the nodes from the circular single linked list.